girlfriends, sorry about the lighting. I can't fix it. It's just this part of the day. So, I've been reading during this week. I just haven't felt like picking up the camera to talk, so I'm talking now. Today is actually,
So the whole time it's like,
hold on one second.
It is super well decorated. It looks like a really
It
nice
is actually Friday, February 10th. Yeah, February 10th, Friday. And during the week, I finished A Quick and Two People by Aivi Surasshu. I gave it a 5 out of 5. So many tabs. This is such a freaking amazing book. There is a woman in here named Stella, and I really wanted, really wanted them to, like, hurt her really bad because she was a bitch, and I fucking hated her. So, and one of the things she was saying to King T'Chaka, like, you've trained them well, and you're making them be what they, like, what you're telling them to be. And I'm going to read you what it says. It says, King T'Chaka furrows his brow, clearly upset at what Stella had just said. With all due respect, Miss Adams, I do not train these brilliant young women. They are wise and powerful in their own right, even if they were once village girls. We hold our women and our girls in high esteem in Wakanda. Yes, I'm telling you, King T'Chaka, he's like, bam, 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 getting it. And, like, this Stella chick, oh my god, there was another part where she literally called them dusty Africans, and I wanted to jump in this book and punch this woman in the face because she was such a bitch. Like, page 264, she literally says, and why were you allowing some dusty Africans to get in your business? You betrayed me, Mars, after all I've done for you. Literally, this is what you call the people from Wakanda? Seriously? Like, if I was Akweke, or if I was, I think her name was Anka, Akweke's, like, boss, basically, I would have just punched this bitch in the face. I literally hated Stella Adams so much. She's a typical white person who thinks that she has power over everyone, and it was just, oh, so annoying. Other than that, this book was truly beautiful and truly amazing. There were so many beautiful quotes in here. I love Aivi Surashu's writing, and I love it even more in this book. It was so good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I recommend picking this up. This is before King T'Challa became Black Panther. This is about his dad, King T'Chaka, and Okweke when she was a little younger. She's not the head of the Doji Memora, I think that's what they're called. She's not the head of them just yet. She's still not in training, but she is part of them. And it was very good. You also get to see some LGBT in this. Tree and her girlfriend Mars, they live in a town called Brownsville, New York. And Okweke meets them, and she realizes that they need help, and so she convinces her captain and King T'Chaka to help them because they really needed the help. But they don't want to expose Wakanda because they don't want to expose the vibranium and everything to the world. So, that's what this is. This was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm definitely be rereading it because it was it was so good. Loved it. And then I also picked up Hidden Pictures by Jason Relic. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm sorry. I read this in 2 days. I had the audiobook and I read along because there are pictures inside this book. Some creepy ass pictures inside this book, y'all. I don't know what was going on in Jason's mind, but there was some creepy pictures in this. Graphic pictures too. But I also gave this a 5 out of 5. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved it. It was good. I was not expecting the twist that was in this. So I don't know if it was just me not expecting it or if it was a really good twist. I've heard people say that they've knew what the twist was before it came, and like, kudos to you, because I couldn't figure it out. And normally I can figure stuff like that out, but I totally didn't figure that out. So that's a plus for Jason for not letting me figure out what happened. And so I've finished those 2 books this week, and I started listening to Later by Stephen King because it is on my TBR. I didn't get too far into the book. I think I got to maybe like a few chapters inside, or a few pages inside the book. So far, what's happened inside this book is this kid, he's with his mom, they're meeting their neighbor, and their neighbor dude is talking about how his wife passed away, and the kid, he's like, I don't know what he means, because she's literally right here, but he was saying, she's like, she's see-through, I can see all her bits and everything, I don't think she wants to show me all her bits, but I could see them. And then he slowly comes to realize that the woman he was seeing passed away, so he could see ghosts. I haven't gotten too far into this. I haven't even picked this up today. I should have picked it up when I was out at the park with my son, but I left my headphones here, and I don't know about it just yet. I don't know. This might be Stephen King that I DNF, because I'm not itching to pick it up and read it, so we'll see what happens. I do have the audiobook for it too, so maybe it will help go by faster. We'll see what happens. And just recently, I've been reading Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Everyone knows what Jurassic Park's about. I'm not going to say the synopsis or anything. I am currently on page 28. I'm this far into the book. I'm really liking it. I just got past the part where all the compies were biting that little girl, and the doctor in here, the biochemist in here, he just says it's a typical lizard, but he didn't know that it was a lizard. He was just lying to the family so they wouldn't sue and they wouldn't be scared for their daughter's life. In the movie, you presume that the little girl died because of the compies. In here, she lived. So, that might be liberty rights of the movie. We'll see what happens. I'm really enjoying this. I'm reading this over Stephen King's Later. So, I'm going to continue reading this. I don't know how far I'm going to get. I just wanted to pop in and tell y'all that I have been reading books, that I am enjoying what I am reading, except for the Stephen King book, but we'll see what happens there. I don't know, I might DNF it, I might not, we'll see what happens. I don't know yet. But I am watching Brian Hull's live because he's just doing a little hangout, and I'm watching it while I'm reading. So I'm gonna get off here, but I will check in tomorrow for another update. I also haven't been reading. I just want to put in here, I haven't been reading before bed because me and my husband has started watching Superman and Lois. And if you know anything about me, I'm a huge DC fan, so I'm absolutely loving Superman and Lois, and I love the actor Tyler Hoechlin, and he plays Superman, so it's a plus. But I'm going to get back to reading and watching Brian, and I will chat with y'all tomorrow for an update of how far I get into Jurassic Park, and if I pick up Stephen King's Later.
I'll take it.
Hello, friends. So, I've been reading Jurassic Park this morning. I am currently on page 132. I'm at the part where Dr. Grant, Sattler, and Malcolm, and the lawyer and all that, Tim and Lizzie, are at Jurassic Park. They're about ready to go outside and inspect the park and everything. And there's some different things inside the book than there are in the movie. For one, Timmy is older than his sister, which is okay, whatever. But I've watched the movie so many times, I think of Timmy as younger than his sister, Lizzie. If you hear the TV, Jen's doing sprints, that's why I'm reading. So it's helping me get through the book. And Dr. Grant in the book is actually nice to Timmy, and he's not like, ooh, kids. Because you know in the movie how he's like, oh, I don't want kids, keep kids away from me, they're weird humans. Dr. Malcolm is the same as he is inside the movie. He did say the quote, how do you know that they're all females? Does someone go and lift up the dinosaur skirts? So he does say that in the movie, and he does say it here in the book. He explains his chaos theory a little bit more than he did inside the movie, which I thought was pretty cool. We are talking to Dr. Wu right now about all the dinosaurs. They just met a velociraptor. She was, really nice to Timmy. Like, she jumped in Timmy's arms and stuff and was nuzzling him. Dr. Grant was like, inspecting her and making her like scream and whatever. And then, Ed was like, I think Ed is the dude who's like the hunter type guy inside the movie that, in the beginning of the movie, you remember the guy who's like, shoot her, shoot her. I think that's who Ed is inside this book. So he was telling Dr. Grant to put down the raptor, so he did. So that's that. The book is really good. I'm really enjoying it. It's a bit different from the movie, but I expected that. But I've seen the movie so much that I'm not comparing it to the movie, but I am liking it. I'm hoping that I like it even more and more. My plan is to either get further into it or at least finish it today. So that's that. I have yet to pick up later again. I asked Jen if I should pick up later or if I should pick up Jurassic Park. She did a poll, or I'm sorry, they did a poll inside of their sprints, and everyone picked Jurassic Park instead of later. So if I finish Jurassic Park, then I'll pick up later. Like I said, I'm not really into it. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to get into it even more, and if I can't get into it more than what I think I am, then I'm just gonna DNF it, because there's no reason in keep reading it if I'm not filling the book. You know what I mean? I don't mind DNFing books, so I might just DNF it. We'll see what happens. So that's how I'm feeling about later. I have not done any more reading, just Jurassic Park, really enjoying it. Like I said, I did dishes earlier. I gotta make lunch soon for me and my son. It's like a random rainy day here, so it's been raining off and on since about like an hour ago. So we'll see what happens. Good reading weather. I might try to get a B-roll of the rain. We'll see what happens. But I just wanted to pop in, let y'all know that I am reading. Today is Saturday, the 11th of February. So I'm going to keep cracking on with Jurassic Park. And either finish it or get further into it. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to get off here. I'll talk to you all later for an update on Jurassic Park. Okay, bye. Hi, y'all. So I just finished Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. I gave it a 5 out of 5. It was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Nothing like the book. Literally, I admit, nothing like the book. Literally nothing like the movie. Like, Malcolm is like in how he is in the movie. Everybody else is completely different from the movie. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really liked it. I can't wait to read the second one for sure. So yeah, Jurassic Park, so good. I recommend audiobook with it, because I was reading it physically and I was getting through it pretty fast physically. Like it's a fast physical read. But I picked up the audio during Jen's sprints because I felt like I was not reading it fast enough for myself. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely would be rereading this for sure, because Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies. So I'll definitely be reading this for sure because I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's all I got to say. I didn't pick up later. I might pick up later, later on tonight, and we'll see what happens, though. I'm pretty not burnt out on reading, but I've been reading all day, so, yeah. Been reading this all day, so, I might pick up later, we'll see what happens. If not, then I'll pick it up tomorrow during Princess's Sprints, and probably finish it, because it's not a very big read. We'll see what happens, though. But I'm going to get off here. That's the end of this clip for today. I'll check in tomorrow and let y'all know what I read. Okay, bye. Hello, my friends. So, let me just move my cozy, comfy blanket out of the way. I decided to DNF Later by Stephen King. This book just wasn't for me. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't get into it. I love the concept of this kid that he could see ghosts and stuff, and he ends up helping a detective. But I just couldn't get into it. Like, I started listening to it, and then I felt myself wandering and going on my phone, not paying attention to the book. I had to go back and listen to a chapter at least a couple times. And when I do that, I realize the book's not for me and I need to put it down. That being said, I don't know what I'm going to do with this book because I did pay full price for it. I might see if my mom wants it, because my mom does like Stephen King. So I might ask her if she wants it. And if she wants it, then I will keep it and send it to her. If not, I'll put it in a free little library. This sucks that I couldn't get into it, but that's the second book of Stephen King's that I have given 1 star. So the other one was Evolution. I absolutely hated that book. So I am listening to Book Lovers by Emily Henry. It's really cute. Well, not cute so far, like she hasn't met her love interest. It's very interesting so far. Like right now, her sister's asking her what type of dating app she's on, and she's like, "Oh, the normal kinds, you know." So I can't wait to dive more into Book Lovers. Who knows? I might finish Book Lovers today. We'll see what happens. I have The Wolf is Cursed, my 2 Goosebumps, and my Disney Chills. So I have 4 books to read for the rest of the month. And then I have 2 books on NetGalley that I need to read and review. One of them is short. The other one is kind of long. I just got them on my Kindle yesterday, so hopefully I can start reading those. One of them, it's called The Luxury Found, or The Luxury Lost, something like that. I'll put a picture up over here of it. I'm really enjoying it. It's about this girl named Jane. She found this doll. I don't know what type of future this book is set in. It's set in some type of future because the rich people are doing the rich people things. The people who don't have money, they live in a bunch of trash, like literal trash. Their house is built out of trash heaps. They salvage through the trash to find canned food that has not gone bad, and they eat it. And this is just leftover trash that's been from the rich people. It goes down to this little town, and this is where all these people live. These kids As far as I know, don't have any parents. I know Jane doesn't have any parents because her dad just passed away, but she doesn't remember too much about him. And they haven't talked about if her friends have parents or not. But these giant metal dudes, metal monsters, metal men, they come every day and give them water. And they only get a certain amount of water every single day. They have to line up in a line and get scanned, and then they get their water. It's so weird. But Jane finds a doll inside this like trash heap, and one of her friends, he's like, they call him the super genius because he reads, and he's like, I'm not a super genius, I'm just literate. And so he's the only one who can read out of them, and he tells her that the doll belongs to this girl, and the tag says return it to so-and-so to this address. So it's, Jane makes it her mission to make sure this doll makes it back to this girl, because she's like, if I had a doll like this, I would want it back. I wouldn't want to forget about it or anything like that. So where I left off in the book, Jane jumped into the metal man's trash truck, and she's hiding from him because if he finds her, he'll like zap her and obliterate her. They also have the ability to do that, and they've seen it happen to people, which is crazy. But so she's hiding from him to make it up to the rich people to find this girl, to give this girl her doll back. So I don't know what's gonna happen in this story or anything. As far as I am right now, I am enjoying it. So hopefully I can read further into it and get my NetGalley review up for the publishers and the author. But as of right now, I think I'm like on chapter 7 or about ready to be done with chapter 6. I am really enjoying the book. I would like to own the book when it comes out, so that's a plus. And the other short book I have from NetGalley is The Rescue Tales. It's about this girl who lives with wolves, and she goes to school, and right now there's this girl who's constantly bullying her, and she's like, I don't know what to do to make her stop bullying me. And that's as far, I haven't gotten really far into that one, but it's, as far as I know, it's a super quick read. Like, I think there's only like 60 pages or something in it, I think. So I should be able to finish that one. I just gotta hunker down and read it. But it's hard for me to read on my devices because it gives me headaches. But I'm gonna get off here. I will update y'all on how and what I'm thinking of book lovers when I get further into it. Okay, bye.
If I could begin to be half of what you think of me.